Good day, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. Thank you for sharing your time, your prime real estate with me today. Katherine Kim Mullen from Sage Navigation. And what do I want to share today? Well, I want to talk about mental wealth. And I want to speak specifically to what you feed your mind. The results you get are a direct result, use the word again, to whatever you're programming your mind with. Programming, strong word. Feeding. Just what you're listening to, what you're seeing, what all your senses are experiencing. That is kept in your mind and affecting your results. So that being said, Katherine, business investor and strategist. I'm here going to speak about Sage Navigation. My partner, Katherine, and I are really working at helping mostly women and entrepreneurial spirited women that want to grow and want to have balance and want more in life. So if you want to learn more about me or about Sage or Katherine, please reach out to us and comment below and I'll get in touch with you. Just jump on a Zoom call. Today, what I want to do is spend time really speaking to what can help you. So for me, I've already said it, creating wealth and connectivity is my big thing. I didn't find it easily. I'm 64. It took me a lifetime to say, that's what I want to do when I grow up with the rest of my life. So we get to do it every day at Sage Navigation. And what we really do is bring clarity to situations so that you can make decisions. Vision mapping versus vision board. We spoke about that the last time we were here. And it's important to understand that there are many influences in your life to attain what you want. You've heard about vision boards, but have you really worked with vision mapping? Have you really determined where you want to go? And it doesn't mean you have to have your sole purpose. It just means start the journey. Start the journey to live the life you want to live. Not the one everybody wants for you, but the one you want for you. So I'm going to share a little bit of my growth and as it relates to mental wealth. And I'm very clear. I'm not talking psychology. I'm not talking psychiatry. I'm not talking about mental illness. I'm really speaking to how you can bring wealth to your life, specifically through your mind and your thoughts. So how did that look like for me? I healed by reading a book a day. I experienced things in my life. And as I was experiencing them, at one point, I struggled to move through them. How did I do it? I read a book a day. That's a lot, right? But what topics? The books I read were on personal growth, self-development, books that could impact my life. Books like Who Moved My Cheese? Books like The 4 Agreements. So there are many books I've read. Think and Grow Rich is always on my tablet, which we won't go into because we go into that on Fridays with Haley specifically. We spend about 30 minutes on that topic. So I won't go into that, but there are many influences, courses, seminars. But this one thing that I was struggling with, I was emotionally, I was tired. I wasn't dealing well with grief. When I was younger, I was in my 30s. What did I do? Read a book a day. So I was programming my mind with what I wanted to hear, what I wanted to see, what interested me. And I didn't only read them, I studied them. I said, what do I like about this? What do I want to apply to my life? So it's the same like you're listening to this and you'll want to say, I'm not into that. I don't need that. I don't want that. Maybe you don't want it today. Maybe one day you will want it. But if you don't want it today and it doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Look for the things that work for you, the things that move you forward in your life. That's what it is to live your life by design. So many in my 60s, when I started 60, I ended up with an emotional breakdown. It fell on me like a ton of bricks. And it was based on grief, if you can believe it. It was based on the rejection. So you'd say, really? Well, emotional? Yeah. They might say you're in a depression. I had that said to me. They might say you're having a nervous breakdown. I had that said to me. But what I was having wasn't an emotional breakdown. I was not dealing with the losses in my life that hurt my heart. Those emotions were stronger than I can handle. I'd lost people I loved. I lost friendships. And we're all in that boat. At one point, living life is letting go. Well, I believed consciously I let go. But on my subconscious, I still had too many memories, good and bad, that I was replaying. One point, my sister and I were on the phone, my sister Angela, and as I was talking to her, I was repeating the same thing. It was disturbing me. And she said to me, loop, repeat, press, delete. Wow, loop, repeat, press, delete. That's like a computer program. But that's what I was doing with my mind. I kept continually repeating things that didn't serve me well. That's what I mean, feed your mind. What are you saying to yourself? What's your self-talk? So all those things stacked up. And what did I do with that? What I did was go back to reading, that's for sure. But what did I study now? I studied the power of the subconscious mind. I studied the conscious mind, the impact of the mind on the results I was getting. I spent a lot of time doing that. And what does that mean? It means that everything you see, feel, hear, taste, and there's another I'm missing, your five senses, it seeps through to another part of your mind, which is the subconscious. And you react to things as a result of your past experiences, those things that are stored, just waiting to pop up, good and bad, for good and bad. You go somewhere and you feel comfortable with something because you've done something similar and it's stored in the memory bank. So it's easy for you to do again. Are you aware of what is already stored in your mind? I spent a year working with that, weeding the garden, making sure that whatever didn't serve me well was removed. Now, that's a hard thing to do, right? I learned about affirmations because it's through affirmations that you replace. You can't delete so easy like push a button. What you do is replace those thoughts with new thoughts. So at one point, I couldn't believe it. If anybody said, I felt so unloved, and somebody would say, what do you mean you felt unloved? You have more friends than anybody I know. There's more people that like you. And that was logical to that person. But it didn't matter how logical it was to that person. It mattered what I was feeling. And what was I feeling? I was feeling excluded and unloved. That's a paradigm. That was something that happened in me when I was young, left out of something that never left me. That was something I experienced that I thought I dealt with. But clearly, in everything happening in my life, I hadn't. So what did I do? I came up with an affirmation, an auto-suggestion, as Napoleon Hill would refer to, on feeding my mind what I wanted to feel in my body. So I told myself, I am love and I am loved. I told myself that many times. I wrote it 100 times. I read it. I listened. And you know what? Today, I don't know outside of me who loves me, who doesn't. But I can tell you, I feel love. I love me and I feel all the love in the world. I feel secure and I don't feel excluded. That was done through affirmations. We speak to that all of the time. I look forward to sharing that with you. At Sage Navigation, we can share more of that when we work with creating your vision map. And if you want to know more about that, just say something in the comment and we'll jump on a Zoom or I'll DM you more information. However, it's important to understand that what's happening in your life is a direct result to what you're feeding your mind. And you can control that. You can change that. What's the other thing? Well, the universal laws. The universal laws. We hear about the law of attraction and The Secret. A great movie to read. Great books are based on, Raymond Hollowell working with the laws. What is that about? Well, that's about the universal laws that impact your life. So it's fine to say, I know my goal, or I know my objective. I want a new house. That's fine. It's great. And you start taking steps towards it. Great. But the house you're living in now, are you taking care of it? Because if you can't take care of what you have, why would the universe give you more? Or are you telling the universe, oh, I can't afford that house? Are you limiting yourself to what you can get from the universe? And where are you? Law of vibration. How are you acting? Are you acting as a person that has that house? Are you visiting houses? Are you doing anything about it to make you feel in that energy? Because everything is energy. We'll talk about that more at another time. But I really wanted to jump on today and share these concepts. Napoleon Hill. We're hearing over and over how, like in many of my lives, I am immersed. 3 months ago, I made a decision that I am going to start with a blank slate, and I am going to look at my mental wealth pillar. I am going to focus on what I want to feed my mind over the next 12 months. Where do I want to put my energy? What type of things do I want to experience that my mind is going to see? And I'm only talking about my mind. What does that look like? It's energetically, where am I? It's what am I? I'm being certified, as we know. And when I went down I was given an opportunity. I'm speechless sometimes. The opportunity to study that I thought I was going down to study Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, and be a certified leader. No. I went down there, focused on my mental wealth, and realized that I'm studying the 17 principles of success, the beginning part. It's so powerful and so exciting. I'd love to share that with you. If you want to know more, reach out. Be glad to share that. For now, why not go to sagenavigation.ca and register for Feed Your Mind, which is going to be a 45-minute workshop with 15 minutes afterwards over 12 p.m. EST, lunchtime. Grab a bite to eat and join us in the Zoom room while I share with you, with Katherine and Karen. We will go into the Zoom room and share what it is, Feed Your Mind, and what we mean by feeding your mind, and what books are 3 of my favorites, and 3 books that have changed my life, and how can they change your life? And where does that all fit in your life? Like, what the heck is a vision? And what do I mean by mental? What can we do with you and for you? At Sage Navigation, we share and focus on being mindful. Yes, everybody talks mindset. We talk mindset. Mindset is the result of being mindful. The power of the mental dimension in your life. It all starts there, right? It's a great start on your journey. If you're mindful, you will have a healthy mindset. So join us. I know Haley's doing a 10K 10-day challenge. It's great. I did it the first time and I'm going back the second time. They have a networking community. Go on Guest Day. Experience what it is, Carrie, George, and Haley, WEN CIBM networking. They have a collaborating work group, that a place where you can work with other people that are working, co-working. Pam's doing a fabulous job. And you know what? Thank you, Meg, for making it easy for me to be here today. Katherine Kim Mullen. And I'm going to put the link so you can sign up for Feed Your Mind and join us on Friday at 10 a.m. where we'll talk about Think and Grow Rich. We have a few guests and Haley Gray. So have a great day. Sending you light, love, shine bright. And I'm going to say God bless you. Have a great day.